we've lamented Ford's decision to go V6 only with the new Raptor. Its muted, synthesized hum makes us think of the Incredible Hulk as voiced by Charlize Theron. But Ford's high-output, twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6 atones for its thinner voice with brute force, delivering massive and immediate thrust pretty much anywhere. With 450 horsepower at 5,000 revolutions per minute and 510 pounds-to-foot of torque at 3,500, the Raptor was one of the quickest pickups we've ever tested, bolting to 60 miles per hour in 5.1 seconds and covering the quarter mile in 13.8 at 100 miles per hour, certifiably swift, and a significant 1.5 and 1.4 seconds, and 8 miles per hour, quicker than the old crew cab Raptor with a 411 horsepower 6.2-liter V8. Ford's new 10-speed automatic transmission, co-developed with General Motors, links the engine with the Raptor's advanced suite of chassis electronics. A rocker switch on the steering wheel toggles through 6 driving modes: normal, sport, weather, mud, sand, Baja, rock crawl. The mud, sand setting we used at Silver Lake, for example, put the Raptor in 4-wheel drive, locked the rear differential, sharpened the action from the engine and gearbox, lightened the electrically assisted steering, and dialed back the stability control intervention, which we ultimately fully deactivated. While the 10-speed usually toils away smoothly to keep the turbocharged V6 on boil, during our off-road excursions it frequently slurred shifts as if it were a CVT. Sport mode was our preferred setting on the street because it firmed and hastened gear changes and minimized the initial lag from the engine. While throttle response is excellent in Baja and Sport modes, the 10-speed sometimes can be reluctant to upshift and can stumble for gears when pressed with rapid throttle inputs. You can't miss the massive paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, but they simply aren't responsive enough to help with managing all those ratios yourself. Once a driver has acclimated to the way frenzied motorists dive out of the truck's path when its huge Ford grille fills their rear view mirrors, the Raptor is quite impressive on the road. The front sport seats are supportive and firm, and the steering action is precise if numbed by the big tires. While our sound meter showed the Raptor to be notably louder at full throttle than a standard F-150 with the 3.5-liter EcoBoost 6, 79 decibels to the regular truck's 73, it was only slightly noisier at a 70-mile-per-hour cruise. Lateral grip is unsurprisingly low at 0.71 grams. But the extra-wide stance affords great stability in all situations, and the soft suspension still maintains solid control over extreme body motions. Bombing down a twisty back road is not only possible but entertaining in the way a monster truck would be on an autocross course. Raptor don't care if you clip an apex too tight or run onto the shoulder. Stopping performance, however, is severely hampered by the chunky rubber and limited space for brakes within the 17-inch wheels, which are completely packed with 13.8-inch front rotors gripped by 2 piston calipers and single piston, 13.7 inches in back. Our truck's 212-foot stop from 70 miles per hour was 37 feet longer than a comparable 2017 F-150S and faded to 225 feet by the 4th consecutive stop. And it's best not to think about fuel economy. The EPA rates the SuperCrew at 15 miles per gallon city and 18 highway, but we could manage only 12 miles per gallon over 1,300 miles. Our time playing in the sand was removed from our fuel calculations. Fortunately, the crew cab's tank holds 36 gallons of fuel versus the Super cab's 26.